we would be going to our next program, which is a 10-minute presentation from Mr. Excuse me, Mr. Adeolu Iterogba of Dakaris Consult. A resounding round of applause for him as he comes on stage.
All right. So good afternoon, everyone. So I have 10 minutes, and I'll try to keep to time as much as possible. So like Dr. Roth rightly said, I thought I was coming to speak with, to entrepreneurs primarily. And to give a sense of direction to my presentation, I'd like to know how many entrepreneurs do we have? Entrepreneurs, aspiring entrepreneurs in the house. How many? I want to see hands. Don't be shy. Okay, raise it up well. Okay, quite a number of us. Okay, how many of us are not entrepreneurs, but what we are looking at is building careers, establishing ourselves as authority in our different fields? Okay, one. So, quite a number of hands. So, I saw some hands for entrepreneurs, as those raising up their hands as entrepreneurs. And then I saw some other hands, as those who want to build corporate careers and all. But I saw some hands that were neither here nor there. They were neither hot nor cold. And one of the fine brothers is already looking at me like, this brother looks like he's going to call me. So for those on the fence, what are you hoping to build? Is it a career? Is it a business? I think I didn't see your hand at all, sir. You are the fine brother I'm talking about now. Come on. Let's put our hands together for him. All right, so what are you looking at? Oh, you raised your hand for aspiring entrepreneurs. Okay, so now we are getting them one after the other. So who else didn't raise? You didn't raise your hand, for either an aspiring entrepreneur or you aspiring to build a career. I want just one person. I want to know what exactly it is. Nobody. I want Idunoga, right? How many of you understand my Yoruba here? Oh, not all of you. Okay. Iyawoga, yeah. Those who make Oga happy, those who are hoping to be housewives. That's now a very profitable business now in Nigeria, right? All you need to do is take care of your skin, take care of how you look and all of that. And then one rich, cute guy will just come, maybe a tech CEO somewhere, will just come and pick you up and you're looking so good and all of that. I know feminists here will say, what was this trying to say, right? We can make our money and all of that. But, that's not the topic of today. But I just wanted to ensure that I have the attention of everyone, because what I'm going to be talking about, I just had to do a last-minute switch to what I'm going to be talking about right here, such that it can benefit even those who are not trying to be entrepreneurs. I'm Adeolu Iterogba, a.k.a. the fiery boss from the Dakaris Consult, and what I'm going to be doing here is going to be what I call a mental shift for aspiring entrepreneurs. Right? So how many of you here, be it in career, be it in business, you want to build a global brand? Can I see your hands up? Please be confident. It's a think big conference, so I'm expecting that we're going to be proactive. You want to build a global brand, a brand that has international recognition, a brand that actually deals with international clients. All right, yeah, I am the right person to have come here because we happen to work with quite a number of corporate entrepreneurs outside the country. So how did we transition, from when we started right here on this campus to where we are now? That's just what I want to take you through. Okay, so I'm going to start with a very light story, and you're going to be my judge, all right? So you're going to be my judge. Are you ready? All right, are you ready? Are you ready? I want to get that level of Benga's excitement. Are you ready? Yes, sir. All right, so my story is quite short and simple. There are two couples, right? Of course, a man and a woman. We're not talking about gay guys here, right? So what happened was they were planning to work on a project together, and the husband had maybe not financial limitations now, but he just wasn't serious about the house project. So the wife got the land for the house, and after the wife got the land, the husband saw the seriousness, in procuring the land, right? And I'm trying to rush, and it's not really helping me. Organizers, Mr. Benedict? Hello, Mr. Benedict. Can I have 5 minutes in addition to my 10 minutes, please? I believe I've been here, and I was meant to have 25 minutes, all right? So I'm trying to rush, and it's not making me flow. Okay, so the wife got the land, and seeing the seriousness and the drive of the wife, the husband decided to wake up. Somebody say wake up. And so what did he do? He pulled resources together from his own work, from his business, from all over, maybe even took a grant, or maybe even took a loan, and built a very massive mansion on the land the wife bought. 5 years down the line, issues broke out, and the marriage had to split. The question is quite simple, and you are going to be the judges. Who owns the house? How do they do the sharing of this particular property? Please help me with another mic so that we can move quickly. It's simple. I'm coming to you guys, so get ready. It's going to go around. Quickly. Another mic, please. Organizers, help me. So we have a land. We have a house on the land. The wife owns the land. The husband built the house. Who owns the land? We are now in court. All right, Judge.
So legally,
your name, please.
Onye.
Onye.
Yes.
Okay.
So legally, if it's the wife name that it's on the document of the land.
Of course it is. She owns the land.
She owns both the land and the house.
Amazing.
Because there is a policy. No, okay, there is this law, this Greek term. I can't remember the Greek term, but it says that whatever is on the land belongs to the owner of the land. So it is the wife that owns the land. That's it.
That's
and it's
simple.
final.
Okay. Are you a barrister or in training?
I'm not.
You
I
just
read
happen
about
to
these
have
things.
that
Yes.
information. Oh, beautiful. Okay. Any other different line of thought? For crying out loud, this land could have cost maybe $1 million, and then it would have taken like maybe 50 million to build the kind of mansion I have in my head. So are you saying that the husband will forfeit the whole 50 million because of a 1 million investment? Yes, amazing. Any other contrary answer? Help me. I'm confused because I think I'm the husband. Help me, please. I'm sweating. You can see I'm sweating already. Please help me. Who else? Guys, talk now. She said the wife. Guys, are we agreeing that it's the wife who owns the entire property? Who said legally? You are supporting. Amazing. Are you a feminist? You are breaking my heart right now. So my 50 million is about to enter voicemail. I have to make up. So I can't, even if she's wrong. I'm sorry. So even if my wife has an issue, right? Oh, thank God, a boy is saving me. Help me.
Okay.
Please say what I want to hear.
Oh, all right.
All right.
Though I have little knowledge about law.
Okay.
Fine. But I believed when she got the land,
Yes.
they were in marriage. They
were in marriage, yes.
So they were in a contract.
Yes, as it were.
Fine. So when the husband builds the house,
Okay.
the house belongs to the two of them.
Yes.
Except that they had issues.
Now they are having issues. They want
So
to
definitely,
break up.
from little knowledge I have about contract,
Okay.
before you break your contract, you have to like breach of whenever a breach of contract sets in.
Oh, okay.
There is a way you settle it out. Probably
Okay.
you come like you make a discussion,
Quarterly meeting.
something like that.
Okay.
And now the issue of the land and the house, I believe there's a way they can share the property. Probably if they sell it off or
Sell it off.
yeah, but I don't think
But the wife does not want to sell it.
So I believe
It's her land.
the whole property doesn't belong to the woman. I believe
It doesn't belong to the woman.
Like
Thank
if they
you.
go to court of law, there's a way out. They will go about it. Probably there will be a particular percentage to the man. So that's my own.
Okay. So he has given us something. Don't forget, you want to say something? Please give it to him. I like this conversation. Help me, please. 50 million. Ejo.
Well, since you mentioned contracts,
Okay.
If,
it was a church wedding, no, not court. Too.
exactly.
Even
So,
if it's even court.
so for contracts, it has to be stated like
And the
okay.
contract was not even on the land issue. It was on the marriage. My Jesus.
Yes. So since there's no contract, the husband and wife didn't come to okay. We are doing this. This has to happen before you call it a breach of contract. And if it was not actually stated that okay, probably the man cheats or if it was not stated, you can't actually say there was a breach in contract. You understand? So the wife can claim ownership because it's
land,
actually her land.
Of the whole property.
Yes.
The 50 million.
Yes, but if you have a good lawyer, she can compromise maybe 30, 70, but she might not give you 50-50.
And I won't lose all my money. I'm already sweating. Okay, help me, please. Okay. 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 Amicably. I should humble myself. Yes. She bought it in her name. And there is no documentation I actually built the house. Jesus. I loved her now. I loved her. Like, we are, help me, one more person. And then I'll tell you where this conversation is going to.
Yeah, I believe the Latin maxim she was looking for was quicquid plantanto solo sed it. It means that anything that is
I would have
affixed,
fainted,
anything affixed to the soil belongs to the soil.
Okay.
Then there's another one that states that the owner of a land owns it even high into the heavens. I could decide to do anything with my land. So since the wife bought the land,
Yes.
build a mansion on the land.
Oh.
If there's a legal document that shows that she's
She
the one
owns
that
the
bought the
land.
land, the house belongs to her. If you now feel that you don't want to suffer a loss because of the old settlement and all of that, you have to settle amicably with your wife. If you have a good lawyer, the lawyer will actually advise you to just, if you don't want to lose, or if you are, unless you have some money elsewhere, the lawyer could tell you to try settling amicably.
anyway.
But if you cannot settle, the wife owns the land, no matter
The
what.
wife
You
owns the
the
land.
house, no matter what you build.
The house and the land. Okay, I have just about 7 more minutes. So okay, can you take it in just 1 minute? I want to hear you. You've been raising your hand.
Afternoon, everyone.
See the way the ladies are happy.
My dad would say something. My dad
Okay.
would say, no matter how close you are with someone, please document what you own and what I own, no matter how close you are.
Including your wife.
Yes. I
This
think
thing happens, though. This is a real life story.
This land and building is more or less like you building on a federal government land. No matter how big the house is, they will demolish it.
Wow.
It's not yours.
And they won't give me compensation.
Kobo.
Except what?
Except for occasional cases when the federal government now wants to compensate you. That
So
is
it's
if there's a nice
it's
government
on their
on
discretion.
seat.
So if
Based
they
on their
choose not to-
discretion, you add prior knowledge that it was
She's
their
my
land.
wife now.
It does not matter.
Wow, amazing. Beautiful. I like your contributions. And the truth is this. If we were going to go legally, right, the wife actually owns the land and every single thing on the land, irrespective of the difference in monetary contribution. So it doesn't matter if the land is 200,000 and you have spent 50 million to build on the land, the owner of the land, right, owns every single thing on it. Now, if we know this much about buildings and legal entities and all of that, how come many people still do businesses without having a license of registration? How many of you here who are entrepreneurs, your businesses are registered? I saw quite a number of hands, only one. Amazing. Are you seeing that? So it's still the same thing here. You are the husband in this discussion. Aha. So you've judged yourself and you judged rightly. You see, many entrepreneurs come to me and say, Adeolu, we want to register our companies and all of that because that's one of the things we do at Dascaris Consult. And I'm like, oh, okay, how long have you been running this business? They say like 5 years. You've been running a business for 5 years. You've been spending on marketing. You have logo. You have branded shirts. Like this. You have so many things on a name that has not been registered as yours. And then on some occasion, because we take up this kind of issues, we find out at the point of registration that these names have already been taken. The question becomes, what becomes the outcome of all your years of toiling and building on another man's land? I'm challenging you. Listen to me very carefully. If you're going to build any thriving brand here in Nigeria or any other part of the country or the nation or, of the earth, the first thing you're meant to do is to secure your investment. And in securing your investment, you need to get your business registered. So if you have not done that yet, and you're currently here looking at me, you have rightly judged yourself. You are the husband. the one who is spending 50 million. The person who actually registered that name is the wife. The Corporate Affairs Commission are the legal system. And see, it doesn't matter how long you've kept that name. It doesn't matter how many contracts you've gotten with that name. When the time comes, the owner of the name has all rights to the name. So I put it to you again today. With this illustration and the graphical picture you just, created, is the amount that is required to get your business registered, what the years of investment into the brand, building brand integrity. Is it going to be worth it? For those of us who have businesses, you've probably done branding. A logo now costs 10,000 naira. You don't know who you use. Am I right? You've done a lot of posters, right? An average poster costs 5,000. That's 15,000, right? You have branded shirts. Maybe you have a team. Maybe you even have a building and you have done signposts. All of these things will cost you nothing less than 100,000 naira. Look at 100,000, but beyond the 100,000, look at the years you have spent marketing that brand till people got to know about the brand. Is it really worth the 20,000 or the 25,000 or even the 65,000 for LLC that you're going to spend? There is no excuse for ignorance. And see, in getting opportunities, Benga came here and he spoke so beautifully well. He spoke intelligently. Oh, awesome. All right. Thank you so much. 3 minutes. Right? He spoke intelligently. But I tell you, if you are going to be getting contracts, if you're going to be getting, grants as a brand, then you've got to be registered. Nobody trusts an unlicensed brand. Nobody trusts a brand that cannot be traced. What you get when you get your business registered is more like the Corporate Affairs Commission vouching for you, saying that if you deal with this particular brand, they've got a tab on them. So if they fault or if they default in any way, we take on the responsibility. We can trace them. They are traceable. So don't be like that husband who waits till there is a legal issue, who waits for years and waste years and months and resources, investing in something that is not so certain that is yours. It's not about trust here. It's not about the person is my friend. It's not about this person is my wife. When it comes to legal matters, you handle it legally. Right? In the face of the law, only the person who has a registered certificate owns the brand. So I put it to you again. That business name, that concept you have in your head, right, that you're planning to get a fellowship with, that you're trying to get a contract with, that you're trying to get that grant with, is the brand registered. And can I say before I round up? Something happened a couple of months ago. We were applying for grants, right? Then, our business had was the business name registration. How many of you have business name registration? Don't worry, I'm not going to go into tech. If you're a profit-oriented brand, you're either looking at a business name for a start and then an LLC. And we needed to, get out and all of that. And after applying, we found out strongly that we needed to have upgraded to an LLC for that contract to get an approval. And guess what happened? The window period to get the grant done, beautiful business plan, beautiful pitch. Imagine that you have spent so much going to pitch ideas and all of that, and it's already looking like you are the most preferred. Only at the last minute, when the money is meant to be released, and then they are like, sorry, where is your CR document? Where is what you get for an LLC? You don't even have shares. How can we invest in it? So don't let opportunities bypass you just because you haven't done the first things first. Are we together? Are we together? And for those of you who are planning to build a career, listen, the future of work has gone past what you think. It has gone past sitting behind the desk, pressing your laptop, and then your boss pays at the end of the month. There is something called you building your own personal brand. It's not just a business brand. Are you getting me? Such that you can work with your company in different capacities. So, glory of God, I currently work with 5 different organizations as a consultant and also an inside man. And let me bust your brain. For only a few, James was my roommate. Let's celebrate James, Okpari, 100 level, we were together. Don't look back, that's James, And I operate with all of those 5 organizations, right? Both as a consultant and as a staff. Any monthly salary and getting consultation contract. How did that happen? Wisdom. I got my personal brand registered, the Fiery Boss. I have this brand, Daskaris Consult, and I have built it over time so that even the name Fiery Boss alone rings a bell in many industries. So I put it to you today. The kind of career you want to build, the kind of business you want, is this just something that is going to be local or something that is going to go international? If it's going to be international, then you've got to do the right things first. And what is the right thing? What is the right thing? Look to your neighbor. Say, neighbor, secure the land first before you build the house. I can't hear you. Say, neighbor, secure the land first before you build the land. Say, in your career, neighbor, your name is valuable. Secure that name first before you bag. Thank you so much for having me here. I hope you will have an amazing time. All right? So,
Thank you very much for that session. Let's give a round of applause till he gets to his seat. Thank you so much.